Hi guys, Blaze here, welcome to an anime unboxing video. This is for the complete Blu-ray, complete box release of Melancholy of Haruhi. So it contains seasons 1 and 2. It also, being that this is a Japanese release, it does have English support. It has the English dub and English subtitles, so it's essentially a complete release. You know, the English subtitles for the Japanese track and the dub, which is cool, and that's for seasons 1 and 2. As far as I'm aware, they're the extras that aren't subtitled. I'd be very surprised if they were. I'm pretty sure they're not. But anyway, one thing you might notice, I'm on my iPod. My new camera's been driving me crazy. The autofocus drives me up the wall, the clicking drives me up the wall, so we're just using the iPod today because I don't feel like putting up with the camera. But anyway, yeah, it does a pretty good job anyway, this iPod, honestly. I don't have to worry about focus, which is nice. But anyway, so we got the front, a nice red and white design, like SOS Brigade type thing. Kind of matches the ladies' navy type school uniforms. But anyways, we got Haruhi, Yuki. I have to look at this. I wrote a lot of information down I might have forgotten about because I haven't seen this show for a while. So Mikuru, Koizumi, and Kyon. He's obviously voiced by Crispin Freeman, and Haruhi's by Wendy Lee, I think. But anyway, yeah, it comes with 3 Blu-ray cases, but we have 8 discs in all. And here's all the information on the back with a few screen caps. The spine. It's sort of English friendly. I mean, I now fully recognise this as the Haruhi logo whenever I see this sort of thing, so it doesn't matter, it's in kanji and stuff. And there's the top as well. And I'll quickly show the bottom, I guess. Nothing too spectacular. Anyway, let's just get into the real meat of the set. So yeah, 3 cases. First one has 3 discs, so this one contains episodes 1 all the way up to episode 17, and disc 3, that's all Endless 8. That's only 6 episodes of the Endless 8, but yeah, it's a whole disc dedicated to essentially showing the same thing over and over again. Spine, and a small screen cap of what is the front. Obviously, being that this is a Japanese release, the Japanese release, you can kind of see the it's like reversed, obviously. But yeah, we got Haruhi and Kyon. Let's open this up, let's push this back a bit. That's one advantage the other camera does have. It has a wide angle lens, which is a little bit easier to deal with. We got the Haruhi pencil board. This one is, there's 5 of these, I think, that were put randomly into these cases, or sets or whatever. I'm fortunate enough to get Haruhi, which I imagine is probably the most desirable one. Almost certain it's the most desirable one. But yeah, they're based on the Disappearance of Haruhi movie, the design, so this one, obviously, she doesn't look like this in the show, but yeah. So yeah, there's 5 of those that just put randomly into the set, so to get a Haruhi one is, yeah, pretty lucky. I imagine that's probably easily the most desirable. And then we got this, so yeah, episodes 1 to 6, and we got, I believe that's Mikuru again, in a frog suit. Haruhi, some more episodes up to 11, and this lady, I don't remember all the characters and I didn't write her down, so sorry about that, but yeah, disc 3 with the first 6 episodes of the Endless 8. Although I'm sure you guys probably remember names better than I do. I don't tend to remember names, I remember faces, so I can have quite a few issues remembering stuff a lot of the time when it comes to characters. So yeah, it's Mikuru again with the SOS Brigade sign, and wearing a bunny suit. I believe that might be the adult version, certainly looks like it. Well, that's actually the adult version. Maybe not, maybe I've forgotten that she's stacked, shall we say. Probably shouldn't have said that, actually. There's probably a better way I could have phrased that, but whatever. Haruhi stuff on the spine and then in the back. And we got the end of the series, so this takes us all the way up to episode 28. So the whole series is spread over 5 Blu-rays, which is quite a lot for Japan, honestly. I mean, if this was released in America, which it will be eventually, I imagine, but if this was released in America on Blu-ray, I would imagine it'd probably be on 3 discs rather than 5. But yeah, that's not very many for Japan at all. Definitely not. Anyway, let's get in. We've got a bunch of advertisements here. Obviously, we've got the one for Disappearance of Haruhi movie, which I still haven't seen. I need to do that at some point. We've got some, yeah, the Blu-ray box. Some visual novel stuff, maybe. Some more manga and accessories. Yeah, PSP, PS3 game. Heaven's Lost Property game. Twitter app. or something to that effect. Yeah, iPhone and Twitter. And I don't know what that one is. Sure, you guys might know. And something else. Anyway, yeah. Then we got disc 4 then, and disc 5. So that rounds out the episodes. So we go on to the final set, which contains all the bonus features. So we got Yuki on the front, Koizumi as well. So we've got disc 6, 7 and 8. Logos, mini version of the front cover, and in the back. Cool. Right. I wrote all this stuff down. Oh yeah, this was just on the cellophane, so I just left it in there. Anyway, yeah, okay, so bonus disc 1, I wrote this all down because I thought it'd be nice to tell you guys. Okay, so disc 6 contains television spots, 8 segments of the making of Haruhi, a dance version of Hari Hari Yukai ending. Isn't that the one where they do like the, is it called Pura Pura dancing or something? It's the one that all the, it was quite a big craze where they do these certain dances to like Europop, and a lot of female idol bands did that, especially around the time that Haruhi was on, so I'm pretty sure that might be that, especially since it says dance version. Anyway, and then there's promo footage for Bamboo Leaf Rhapsody. I don't know what that is. Maybe an OVA I don't know about. I have no idea what that is, so if anyone, I'm going to check it out, so you don't need to tell me, but it might be nice to put it in the comments for other people that are also curious. Location scouting footage, this is also cool. I imagine none of this stuff is subtitled though. And 8 new HD segments of Taniguchi Goes. I don't know what that is either. I didn't really watch the special features on the Season 1 set I got, and I never actually watched my Season 2 set before selling it. So anyway, yeah, so that's disc 6, or disc 1 of the bonus. And we got disc 7, which contains a live concert from March 2007, which I think it's like an hour long or something, and it contains like all the opening and endings and some other maybe insert songs and stuff performed live in concert. Because Haruhi was a pretty big phenomenon when it came out. It was a very successful show, which has seemingly not been forgotten, but it is kind of weird how a show that was as wildly popular as Haruhi was seems to have fizzled out of the anime conscience of the community and such. Like, I'm not claiming myself to be even a big fan at all. Like, I'm not really. I like the show and that's pretty much it. But I know that this show like broke some records in terms of popularity. Like, it was, maybe it got replaced by K-On! By the time that come around. So as far as like the moe aspect, I think it was very successful. Anyway, apparently I got all this information for the bonus discs off a website. So apparently the quality for the live concert isn't very good. It's the only thing on the set that's 1080i. So, and it's upscaled. Like most of the bonus features are upscaled, apart from those HD segments of Taniguchi Goes, because they're all from the DVD, but they have been upscaled, which is nice, rather than just remaining standard definition. But yeah, apparently the upscale is 1080i. It's the only thing on the set that is 1080i, and it doesn't look very good. Apparently it's quite pixelization and stuff, and it has some issues. But you still get the concert, and you know, I bought this for the show, but to have the concert on here as well, which is really cool as a bonus feature. So, and the cool thing about having concert bonus features is I don't really need it to be subtitled. Like, it's music. I can enjoy music regardless of the language. So that's cool. And on that note, in fact, bonus disc 3 contains the Suzumiya classical concert. It's also upscale, but it has all the background music in a concert, classical music. And now I don't really remember the BGM for Haruhi very much. I can only presume that, given the time it was made, that a lot of it probably was done with an orchestral, like, classical music type style. But even if it wasn't, like, maybe because most of this stuff probably was done just in a studio or something, maybe with just electronic type music. So maybe this is a classical version of those songs, or it is literally just the orchestra playing the songs. But anyway, regardless, it's a classical concert of the BGM for Melancholy of Haruhi as another bonus feature, which is also really cool because, like I said, doesn't need English subtitles, so it's a cool thing to enjoy. One of the curious things I've also wrote down here, and the person who listed all these bonus features on a review they did on the website was also curious about, and I have to admit I'm quite the same, it's quite funny. in a way quite ironic, is that this set, despite all its bonus features, has no textless opening and endings, which I find funny because that's literally the only extra that is ever released on an American set. Like 90% of the time, if there's going to be an extra at all, that's all you're probably going to get is a textless opening and ending. So I find it's quite funny that you got this big deluxe Japanese Blu-ray box and it doesn't even have that. Speaking on the opening endings, the first opening and ending, so for the first season, the first season's upscale, Q-Tech upscale, which means it's quite muddy, quite soft, not the greatest technology Q-Tech for upscaling. I'm going to stop holding that and put this all back together. But yeah, Q-Tech's not very good for upscaling, but luckily, well, at least, I don't know if luckily, but they decided to anyway. They decided to reanimate the first opening and ending, so for the first season, they reanimated the opening ending so it's in true HD, because yeah, it doesn't matter how much you shine and work and upscale a standard definition thing, it's still going to look standard definition. So even when you upscale it, you're not going to make detail from nothing. So the fact they redrew that is a nice bonus, I guess. But obviously they didn't redraw the whole first season, which honestly, given the success of the original Haruhi like franchise and how big it is, it's actually, I feel like if I mean, business is business, and it probably would have cost a fortune to like redo a whole show, 14 episodes, like. But I would have thought Haruhi, if any show in Japan, might have justified that. But anyway, it didn't. So the original season's upscale. But yeah, business is business. You know, you're probably losing money by the time you've done that, so it wasn't worth it. And there's also no episode previews, I've also mentioned there. Anyway, so that's the Haruhi Blu-ray box. I'm probably going to watch this soon, because I've never seen Season 2, so I'm probably going to watch the whole series again as intended, because obviously Season 2 is essentially... it depends how you... It's a bit difficult to really figure out what Season 2 is. Like, is Season 2 just the extra 14 episodes, of which 8 of them are exactly the same, barring a few things? Or is it the whole 28 episodes? Like, yeah, it's one of those things where you have to kind of decide that for yourself. But I'm going to watch the whole thing again, because that makes more sense. One thing actually I didn't write down, but I've just remembered, is this set actually puts the show into chronological order. So obviously one of the things that was annoying about the Bandai DVD release in America, especially for Season 2, or for Season 2, was the fact that it only contained the Season 2 episodes, which meant it was completely out of order, so you kind of had to look up online if you wanted to watch the show in its proper chronological order. So rather than just having Season 1 first and then the 14 extra episodes, like, it obviously combines it all into one chronological story. Another thing to mention is apparently the original air date, and this is a very touchy subject in the retro cartoon community, air date versus story date or chronological, story order. So yeah, apparently the original air date for Haruhi was wrong, and that I believe the American DVDs had the original air dates, which meant the episodes weren't in chronological order, so they didn't always make complete sense, which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't always fully understand every show I watch, but it wouldn't surprise me, because I remember Haruhi felt like it was jumping around backwards and forth quite a bit, but that might be, my mind deciding, but that's how I felt when actually I probably didn't. But anyway, so yeah, the show is now in chronological order, which I think means the original episode 1, which is when, on the DVDs, I think it might have even been called episode 0, but it's the one where like they're in that room with the projector and you've got the SOS Brigade all together already. Like, that episode doesn't occur till about episode 4 on this set, or something like that, or even episode 6 or 7, I can't remember, but I did look it up and now I've kind of forgotten. But anyway, I talked for almost 14 minutes about this set, so let's just stop. Haruhi Blu-ray box, my latest import, very happy to get it. I got it after selling my DVD set, so it cost me nothing. In fact, I got more money for my DVD sets than I got what it cost to get this, and of course I got the classical and the original concerts as well as an extra, so that's really cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.